Hello everyone and welcome to Core Talks. I'm Denise Posnak Gaffney here with you live. It is Wednesday, January 31st. It is the last day of January. It is the last day of the first month of the new year. And we are going to talk about resolutions because chances are you didn't make any. You made them and now you're at the end of that first month of commitment and they're sort of falling apart, or you're like, what was I thinking? Or you're thinking, I knew I couldn't do it. I always try to get healthy, but it doesn't work out and I'm just no good at working out. You may have a million different things coming into your head about resolutions. So we're going to talk about how to look at resolutions and maybe to look at them a little bit differently in the transition of a new year or a new month. Every month is a new opportunity. Every day is a new opportunity to start fresh. But first, we are going to start today by moving. Moving. So we're going to do about 5 minutes of movement and then 5 minutes of talk, and then we'll be out of here. So I hope you're able to come in now, today, wherever you are, whenever you can. If you are here, give me a hello, a like, a heart, a whatever you want, whatever feels good. Say hi. Would love it. And let's get started. Okay, so we are first going to lie on our back. And I want you to bring your knees into your chest. So again, coming to this live, coming to this not live, take the opportunity to slow down, connect with yourself, and get into the body. Because your body's going to tell you everything you need to know right now. Hugging those knees in. Bring a right knee into your chest and left leg all the way down and out onto the ground. Stretch that left leg long. Pull the right knee in. Oppositional energy to shift through the body. Send the brain in other places. Go the other way. Long leg out. One knee in, one leg out. Stretching. Breathing in and breathing out. Plant your feet down. Take an inhale. Lift your arms up to the ceiling and send them back behind you. Circle them down and around. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, down and around. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down and around. And bend your knees into your chest. Bring your chin up onto your chest. Bring your hands behind your head and pull your tummy in. We're going to send the legs out a couple inches and back in. And 2, and in, and 3, and in. Strengthening your powerhouse. Waking up the legs. And 5, and in. Tummies in. And 6, and in, and 7, and in, and 8. And come in, drop your head and relax. Now bring your knees together, hands behind your head, curl up, do the same thing. Go out and in. Inhale, out. Exhale, in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Powerhouse is in. If you want to, hold behind your thighs to deepen those abs. That will help. Go. And in. One more and go. And in, put your feet down, arms by your side. So we're doing this little 5-minute workout. Tailbone under, lift up, press up, and open up. Just to demonstrate that only 5 minutes of movement may be all you need. Roll down, breathing out and releasing down. It doesn't have to be big. It has to just be. Tailbone under, lifting up. Just in these 5 minutes, you'll feel where your body is. Does it feel light? Come down. Does it feel heavy? Does it feel sticky? Does it feel supple? Lift up, stretch up. Does it feel open? From here with this lift, keep the powerhouse engaged. Stretch your arms up to the ceiling. Reach them back behind you. Reach them back up and down. Again to the ceiling. Reach them back. Reach them up and down and come all the way down. We'll take another ab exercise, bending the knees in. We're going to do a little crisscross. 1 and 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 5 and 5. Thank you for that, sweetheart. 6 and 6. It's the month of hearts almost. 7 and 7. One more. And 8 and 8. Coming down. Relax. And then let's just go over onto our stomachs and do a little cobra up. In Pilates, we call this the swan. Shoulders are down. Spine is long and lift. And then come down. And again, lift. And come down. Nice and quiet, lift. And come down. Sit back over your knees and stretch. And relax. Okay, so my topic today, resolutions. Just in that moment, just in those 5 minutes of moving and working out. Typically, when we are working out, when we are doing some sort of wellness program, we are in resolution mode, right? We want to get better. We want to lose weight. We want to change our bodies. We want to be stronger. And all of these things that are resolutions come from a place of not being good enough as we are, right? Okay, so I'm going to talk about this a little bit more on Valentine's Day, so you can stay tuned for that. How do you love your body and work out, and how do those two things kind of come together? And no, it is not always about hating where you are or not loving where you are so that you need to work out and need to be better. But we have to watch out, and that's why our resolutions are often just thrown aside, because we are coming to them from a place of needing to change, needing to be so much better in our bodies, needing to be different in our bodies, needing to get rid of that fat or, get more energy or whatever it is. It's like we want to change. And what I want to encourage you to do is take those resolutions, put them off to the side, write them down, put them off to the side. And before going back into those resolutions, take the time to reflect. So the R's, resolutions or reflections. After January 1 rolled around, of course, with all of my clients, I asked them, what are your resolutions? Did you make resolutions? How are you seeing this time of year? Different people had different answers. But one of the things that came up for me this year was, instead of resolutions when January 1 rolled around, I chose to look at it as reflections, and revelations. Those two things, meaning pausing, looking back on 2017, looking back on what already is and was, reflecting on it, and coming to a natural revelation about life, about your life, that comes from the inside out. So in Pilates, we are always working inside out. And we use that as a metaphor for life, which we all know is the truth. Of course, I hate using that word, but we all know that working from the inside out, from a core sense of self, a core sense of values, a core sense, not from the outside in, of people telling you what to do and you're following what they're doing, but from the inside out, is always a stronger and more stabilizing way to move through your life. So, revelations, reflections. If you haven't done it for 2017, you don't need to, you absolutely can. You can just do it for January. We are at the end of January, so tomorrow is February. What have you reflected on in January? And I am going to connect this to the workout, don't worry about it. What are you reflecting on in January? What revelations do you have right now? And how can you let those be a guide into next steps? And maybe they turn into a resolve, into your resolution for the next day or the next month or the next week or whatever it is. But we got to start with reflections and natural revelations. So, connecting this to our workouts. So often, again, we are in resolution mode. We have to do this. We got to make the time, whatever, we got to hit a 7-minute mile. We have to lift 40-pound weights or whatever it is. They're goals, resolutions, I'm going to do this. But how often are you stopping? And when I did the cobra there at the end, when I did that swan at the end, I did it in a quiet state. Because how often are you sitting back, feeling the movement that you're doing, reflecting on whether or not it's right for you, reflecting on what does my body need now, having a revelation like, wow, when I do that, my knee hurts. Maybe that's a little sign to me that I need to change things a little bit. So again, I want to encourage you as we're entering February to be in reflection and revelation and to allow your resolutions, maybe you just go back and look at them again. Maybe you want to come back, you can reflect on the resolutions. Maybe you have a revelation about how those are working. And maybe you bring some of them back in a different way. I just want to encourage you to be in that place. And always, with our work, again, as I've talked about Pilates is about working from the inside out. It is about being reflective about how you're moving. It's about being aware and conscious about really understanding your body deeply and thoughtfully and carefully. And so we are still running our January special 3 online live classes. Your teacher sees you, you are with that teacher, you see them, you're connecting, you're working deeply for 3 for $15. So today's the last day of that deal in January, so get on that. If you can, I'll post the link below and come on over. You have any questions about anything? If you want to be on a live with me, let me know. I would love to have you, and let's talk, let's connect, reflect, find our revelations, and have an amazing end of January into February on this beautiful, beautiful winter day. Okay, good to see you guys. Thank you so much. I will see you next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Talk to you later. Bye.